Furina is finally here, and you know what that means? It is time for the highly invested series. Honestly, this is one of my favorite characters because she's redefined the meta in a way that somebody hasn't in a long time. Now, what do I mean by that?
Boring. Is there anything else more interesting to do?
No, let me tell you. What Furina has done is made an archetype of characters who were lackluster and not so good and brought them up to a level where they're actually valuable and most of the time the best in slot for her teams. Now, what do I mean by that? If you look at my team right now, you might notice a character. She's been in the game the entire time and has felt lackluster what feels like the majority of the game. Jean, a burst healer. Now, what makes Jean good with Furina? It's her burst healing, literally a burst of healing, and it's in her burst. What it does is heals all of the party characters for a certain amount and then leaves a field that heals characters over time. Why is this good? Because Furina's burst buffs your characters based off of how much their HP increases and decreases. With the big burst from Jean, it allows you to get your fanfare stacks a lot faster, meaning the majority of Furina's burst is giving you the highest damage possible. So now that we know that Furina pairs well with healers, who else do you want to put her with? Well, that's the thing. Once you have a healer, your team can be really whatever team needs a hydro character. You can use her in Freeze with Ayaka Shenhe. You can use her in Dendrocoms, whether it be Burgeon, which is probably a little bit worse, but Hyper Bloom, even Nilo Bloom, though Furina doesn't buff the Bloom damage, she still works good enough in there. Vape teams with like Hu Tao, but something you want to note is that you probably want another hydro character, allowing you to reverse vape on every hit. Like I said, any team that you want a hydro character in, Furina's honestly really good. You can use taser teams, honestly, with Nuvolette and Fischl. This character fits anywhere, and she's honestly really good. One of the best teams you can do, though, is Mono Hydro. You can stack hydro characters with an Animo support, shredding the resistance on enemies, buffing all of your characters. Hydro resistance gives you HP percent, which is good and helps almost all of these characters in some way. This is very flexible. You can switch out Xingqiu or Yelan for Kazuha, and you can switch out Jean for Barbara, but she's just a worse version of Kokomi. Her teams are honestly really good, and she's changed the way that you play the game. And so you might be wondering, oh, a character with burst healing like Mika, like Jean, even Barbara has it, they're pretty good, but how does a character that heals over time, how do they fare? Somebody like Kuki, who you use in Hyper Bloom teams, is honestly fine. You get less fanfare stacks as she heals only one person per tick. Kokomi's honestly fine because she heals all of your party members at once. Noelle, also a really solid option because she heals all of your party members at one time. Yao has an insane amount of healing. It has decent sustain, which can make up for the fact that it's not an instant cast. Barbara is just a slightly worse Kokomi. Chi-Chi, it'll work. If you want it to work, that's fine. Sayu is honestly a good alternative, consistent healing over time. Charlotte, same thing. Dory, same thing. But Mika actually is a pretty solid option. And if you have him leveled or want a good burst character for Freeze, Mika is a really good option. Her teams are insanely versatile. You can put her wherever you want. She works great. Just try to pair her with a healer and you'll be set. That's about it, guys. Let me show you her build. Best Ring Desire R5. I have a pretty stacked artifact set. Let's take a look. She is C0 and her talents. I hope y'all enjoy. I hope I gave you some inspiration for some teams. Thank y'all for watching. If you enjoy or found this helpful, funny, whatever it may be, please give it a like as it does help video in the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you again. Let's get right into the showcase.
Barbados, guide us. Things are about to get dicey. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Shower me with praise. My name echoes.
No rest for the wicked.
Wait, hear me. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Odds reveal by I swear by my sword. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Midnight Phantasm.
Quietly now. Tendrils collide! Barbados, guide us. Here comes the catch. Gotcha. I summon thee! Busted. Take it easy. Go and splat! I'll catch up. Let the world collide! Steady as stone, as a dutiful maid would. Time to clean up. Leave it all to me. As a dutiful maid would. As a dutiful maid would. Allow me, Covenant of the Deep. Rest and rebuild! Billowing surge! Strike a pose! Time to name echoing song! Permanence of the Deep!
As one with wind and cloud.
Body, let me weave you all. Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Rest and rebuild! Billowing surge! Hold the line!
Wind strike.
Covenant of the Deep! Rain outlines your fate.
As one with wind and cloud.
Strike a pose! Time to shine! Torque, bring refuge! Know my sword! Witness it! Wait, here, gotcha! Game's up! Game's over.